everyone, Amanda here with La La Land Crafts. Today I'm going to share with you how I made this really fun Halloween card using Sweets Marci. I am using for her skin E04, E13, E11, E00, E000, R22, R20, and R00. And I'm using my darkest colors first to outline where my shadows are going to be. And then I use E13 to come in and drag out that E04. Just going around her bangs, giving her a bit of a bridge on her nose and around the sides of her nose for definition. And just dragging that color out. Alright, so I'm going to turn on some music for you to listen to, and I will catch you back when we start coloring the hair. Okay, so the colors that I'm using for her hair are R39, R29, R17, and R14. When I color red hair, these are my go-to colors. They are my favorite, and I don't know what it is about red hair, but it just pops. And this little Sweets Marci is just stunning in red hair. So using a flicking motion towards the center of the piece that I'm coloring, that is how I'm giving her some strands. So again, those colors are R39, R29, R17, and R14. Those are the reds that I'm using for her hair. And when we are done coloring the hair, I'll come back and we'll talk about her outfit. Okay, we are on the last stretch here for her hair, and that would be the last color using R14. She is coming along splendidly. That red really makes her eyes pop. And for the eyes, I used the colors G28, YG17, and YG03. The description box down below this video will give you the links to all the products used and information on Copic colors that I used to color up Marci. So you won't be missing anything. You can just look down there for reference. And if you don't have all of these products and you want them, they'll be down there as well. Last bit of red here in her hair, and then we're going to move on to her hair clips. And for the black, I'm using 100, C9, C7, and C5. When going in here, I am leaving a space between the stamped black line and the darkest color that I'm coloring with, which is 100. I want it to give a rounded feel. So leaving that space and going in with your lightest color at the end is what's going to achieve that for you. I will be doing the same thing with her shirt. I will be leaving a thin line between the black stamped image and the darkest color for the black to make it look more rounded. She's so cute. So I'm adding just a few dots here and there. I want to make her hair clips and her shirt look very sparkly. So I'm adding 100 in the Copic color, black dots, and then I'm using a white pen to add some sparkle. Just adding some cross type X's here and there just to make it appear like it's very shiny. And for her skirt, we are using the colors BV08, BV13, and BV02. And the same colors will be used for her socks as well. I'm just going in with the darkest towards where a pleat would be. And this is just very simple. This isn't like I'm trying to create a different pleat or anything. So it's just right where the pleat would be. I'm just going right up to the line. So for her sucker, we're using the Copic colors YR09, YR16, Y38, and Y17. And I wanted to give it like a ombre effect, so we're just going to go from the darkest in the center to the lightest all the way around. You'll see here that I wasn't happy with how the dark wasn't pulled out far enough. So we will go over it again, pulling the dark out farther and so on and so forth. So that is what we are doing here. I wanted to make her sucker look like a Halloween sucker. So we will be using a 100 to give it black lines. And then I will be using a white pen to give it some white lines. So I wanted her to look really Halloween and festive-y. So we're going to finish her up using the sucker, and then we're going to fussy cut her out, and then it is on to assembling the card. All right, she's all fussy cut out. Using the Scalloped Squares die on Yupo paper, I'm going to be using alcohol inks from the Rangers line and making a really fun splatter background kind of in Halloween colors. When I use my alcohol inks, I usually use it in a well-ventilated area, as it does have a bit of a smell to it. Using this puffer, I'm just pushing the ink around where I want it to go. I'm using a black, a honeycomb, and venomous potion to achieve the Halloween colors on this card. So I'm putting my project in a splat box that I have, and I'm using isopropyl alcohol 91%, and I'm just going to spritz it just a little bit because I want to have like little splatty bubbles, and the isopropyl alcohol makes that happen. And now I have just a little amount that I can just place here and there where I want maybe a bit of a more splattery hole, and setting it off to dry. Using this paint drip die from La La Land Crafts, I wanted it to look kind of slimy and oozy, so I die cut it out in lime green, and I'm going to use my white gel pen to give it some lines to make it look glossy and shiny. And I don't have to do it everywhere, just little places here and there just to make it look glossy. There we go, and I'm going to glue that down to the top of my card. But first we're going to add a black background to really make that splattery goodness pop. And if I didn't mention it before, the Scalloped Squares die is what I used for the die cut that I did with my Yupo paper. Gluing down that paint drip die. Just like so. She's going to look so cute. I've cut out the bold letters die the word boo, and you'll see here that I will do a second set of word boo in black because I really wanted the glitter boo to pop. So using a background of a solid color to really push the word boo out further is what I'm going to do here. I'm using YG03 just in the very small places where that white behind her head is, so that's where the slime would be. Using the candies die, I've also cut out 2 of the candies in black and in orange glitter paper. Okay, using the grass and mushrooms border die, I'm going to cut off the mushroom part, stick it behind my candies, and then use the mushrooms on the other side, sticking up out of the grass. Just placing it down. I cut the grass out of glitter paper as well. Black glitter paper is always good in Halloween, so that is what I am using here. And glitter paper you can get wherever. Just popping out those little dots in the mushrooms. She's adorable. Taking off the backing of my adhesive and putting it on the card, and I've already placed the card on a white card base. Who knew Sweets Marci would be such a cute Halloween card? Everything is in the description box below. I hope you guys come again for another fun card. Thanks for stopping. Bye.